Today's channeling is about self-doubt. I encounter throughout my whole life, I had the chance to encounter people, including myself. We had a tendency to self-doubt, to doubt ourselves. And it looks like it is something, it looks like it is something that prevents us from realizing our own potential in life. It prevents us from actually connecting to the light, to source, in a way that is profound and relevant for our soul mission, why we were born in the way we were born from the first place. This is very important, and it takes a lot of thought. It is an act of courage to actually refine. I'm hearing revise, but it's about refining one's connection to himself. How can one overcome self-doubt? I mean, I have friends whom, including myself, interestingly enough, we tend to, project doubt onto others. But let's talk about ourselves as a collective. I had times where it took me years to have a closure, and even when I had the chance to make a closure, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel complete. It didn't feel right because it didn't feel complete. There's a need for sincerity when one asks for something to die, when he says his or her farewell to something. Saying farewell is not easy, and I remember I had a friend once who kept dreaming about her beloved ones, when they died. In her specific situation, she had, lots of loss. Life had it that she lost a lot of her beloved ones due to disease. And so whenever she would speak of her beloved people, she would actually cry. And I remember also when she got married, in the beginning, she had panic attacks. She couldn't sleep. And so because it was a beginning of some kind, getting into a new contract, soulful contract with another human being when we're married, this beginning had her very fearful. And for the first time, she decided to go to therapy. And interestingly enough, she went to therapy through art. And the therapist told her things, she started processing all of these emotions in regards to loss. And she told me after she went several sessions of therapy, she had a dream where she saw her beloved ones saying goodbye. on a shore. And she woke up very delighted from the dream, because she had finally the chance to say goodbye. So I'm mentioning this story to tell that sometimes we're eager to say goodbye to people, to stuff, to places, to things, to even objects that hold a lot of meaning for us. And we found ourselves unable. We find ourselves blocked from that. There's a certain blockage that is created by self-doubt. Am I ready? Have I healed enough? Do I have the courage? Do I have the right feelings necessary to initiate and to go on such and such a journey? Self-doubt is terrifying to the soul. It terrifies the soul. The soul is never doubtful, I guess. You know, here comes the self-doubt, you see? I guess. Well, I know that the soul is never doubtful. The soul aches sometimes. It feels our pain. The soul as a sovereign entity. It's our sovereignty. It's the part of us that doesn't wash from afar our suffering. There is a resonance when we cry. We feel some resonance when we cry, right? Like we've been heard or seen. And we often start our chats with our friends by saying, well, listen, when we are about to tell our friends, our beloved ones, our family members about something that we went through. No matter how small or big, we say, listen. We need that listening. But I guess that we need listening for first and foremost to our souls, to ourselves. There's no need to make a difference anymore. The self-doubt is what prevents the soul into becoming in utter unity and junction with the self. The self is doubtful because it listens to external energies, opinions of people, no matter how relevant or irrelevant. It's a skill. It is truly a skill to have a shield of protection of one's own sovereignty, to say once and for all, I am sovereign and I have my own right to connect to source in whatever way I see powerful and appropriate, and that my guidance is real. Well, hello. The guidance is real. When you start to feel your power rising, your sense of decision making is rising and heightened. You start to feel subtle things. You do start to feel the protection, the shield of protection around your energy field. That no one and nothing can violate your free will. Nothing can violate your free will. And if you choose to end up something, And I'm feeling here a lot of, there's a lot of energy here in regards to relationships. There is a true concern here about and around relationships. If we decide to end up a relationship, we need to think first and foremost that there's a contract. In other words, we need to acknowledge the unspoken before we acknowledge the spoken part of the relationship, of the connection. And people nowadays tend to think of it as a relationship, but I guess a more appropriate word for it could be a connection. You have connections with people. You have connections with people. And external voices sometimes mislead you. Sometimes you find yourself listening to opinions of lots and lots of people. And never mind the overwhelming amount of information in regards to how connection is ideally held and yes, held. There is pain, a lot of pain, There's a lot and lots of pain when we want to end up a certain connection. I'm using here the tarot for the collective that I'm connecting with. The number 3, 34 and 5 could be significant for someone. Actually, the month May has been coming really strongly throughout even my personal readings that I've been doing for myself and for the collective. Be truthful. And whenever you catch yourself lying, it's not that you're a liar. Ask yourself, why am I not telling the whole story? Because you have a right not to tell the whole story. It's up to you to pick and choose what parts of your story you want to reveal. Here we have the Knight of Materials and the Two Voices, exactly. I would advise reading poetry, even reading it to oneself aloud. It's very impactful. You will see that this is very impactful. The wise words of another human being can resonate in a way that is very profound to our souls. Even if the effect is taking time to unfold, have total trust, like speak those words of wisdom like you're telling yourself wholeheartedly with utmost faith that it is for you. These words are meant for you. We have the Muse of Emotions, 5 of Emotions, and 7 of Materials. Exactly. So there is it will take time for things to unfold. It will take time to gain insights. It takes time in general to gain insights from from the past, especially if there's a lot of pain being held there. You know, a past is a place. It's, you know, frequencies are places. Timelines are places. Night of Voices is coming through. There is a lot of angelic frequency. Awakening number 20, which is judgment in the traditional tarot. But this being is blue. So blue might be relevant here for someone, but immerse yourself in your blueness, if that's a word, if that's even a word. Immerse yourself in one's feeling. Don't lose yourself totally into it, like the muse of emotions would act, or in other words, like the King of Cups. But let your emotions take time to be processed, and then for them to be transmuted into a whole new insight. And be at peace with the fact that sometimes we don't fully understand why we acted in a certain way. Seven of emotions, two of materials, and five of materials. You know? And six of materials still at the bottom of the deck. So keep the company of like-minded people. Never underestimate the impact that other people have, again, in a balanced way. In a balanced way. The external there is such a thing of the external and the internal. Don't let the external to conquer your interior, you know, design and feelings, and don't let the internal make you lose your sanity, even when it comes to day-to-day life. Because day-to-day life, the mundane, is about the external. It's about the coming back. Eight of Voices, Seven Aspiration, and Knight of Emotions. So someone here is, you know, there's abandonment issues arising in this reading. And there's someone that is rising. There's a collective here that is rising. I'm here against all odds. No matter what others tell you, you will rise. And you will rise again in a profound way. Let the sadness take place, you know? Some things we were exposed to, or even willingly or unwillingly, I don't know how to put it, because it's very personal for me, but it doesn't matter if you willingly or unwillingly got exposed to pain and sadness, but let the sadness take place. Let the sadness take place. Because it will turn to something beautiful. Absolute and utterly beautiful. And you will be able, when the sadness takes place fully, and then be transmuted into the frequency of beauty and poetry and wisdom, you will then realize that nothing can keep you hostage. Not your feelings, not your mind, not other people's opinions and self-belief systems. You're free. You're free. Your connection to Source is unlimited. You can always come back to yourself, is what I'm trying to say. But come back to yourself undoubtful. Undoubtful about your soul journey. One more card and we will close this reading. Let's see. One more card. 2. 8 of Materials and Page of Voices. So read about self-doubt, you know, read about it, have your own research. Why does it happen? Make your own journal, try to reflect when does it come to the surface. This is very important because it's not always there. Sometimes you have your moments, you know, your good moments, and you'll happen to find that it's rather not as common to you, that these good moments happen to you and happen in your life where you feel serene and tranquil. So make research, write about it, talk about it with other people, but mainly make your own research. Make your own research, and most importantly, have the wisdom to recognize when does it come to the surface, because then you will understand how your mind works. You will understand what triggers the self-doubt. Is it loneliness, for example? Is it being expelled from one's own natural environment? Because the abandonment issues is here. 5 of Materials. Have you felt throughout the past couple of months, even years, that you have been abandoned by your own God or some God that you believed in? Abandonment issues can be felt also in regards to one's God. The true connection to the Source is through like-minded people who have the same struggles, not identical, but familiar. They feel the familiarity with each other through the struggles that they take on themselves or not of their own making. So rest assured, people of grace, that this is also shall pass. Thank you.